December 17, 2023, the third Sunday of Advent. Today's Gospel introduces John the Baptist, who came to prepare the way for the Messiah. The Messiah is light. John's mission is to give testimony to the light. Later, we will hear Jesus speaking about himself, that he is the light of the world. He would ask his disciples too to become the light of the world. Darkness is easily understood as a metaphor for evil, negativity, despair, and a lack of peace and clarity. The light has an ability to make things appear clearly. Spiritually, it refers to the ability to weigh the value of things and discern what is true and what is false. Light gives new perspective to things that were seen vaguely in shadows and darkness. Only in Christ can we assess the value of things in this world and the next. There is more to this voice that came to prepare the way of the Lord than just a passing sound. John not only prepares the way, but also gives way to the Messiah. John is a blameless, holy man and an appreciated prophet. People could have easily mistaken him for the Messiah, and some did indeed, as we see in the Gospel today. He could have taken advantage of that, but he gives way. Giving way is the noblest way. When people flocked around Jesus whom he baptized, John says, "He should increase and I should decrease." What nobility and sense of purpose are found in his words. The stories of people who give way are amazing stories of divine sparks in human nature. For example, in St. John's resurrection narrative, we find Peter and John running together to the tomb. John reaches the tomb first, but very nobly, he lets Peter enter the tomb first. Christian nobility glows in such sacrificial renunciation. John had heard Jesus advising his disciples when seeing the guests rushing to pick up prominent places in the banquet. When you're invited for a dinner, take the last seat, not the first, inviting for nobility to give way to others. One of David's less narrated stories is about his desire to build a temple for the Lord. He was passionate about it, convinced about it. He was worried that it was not right that he lived in a cedar house when the Ark of the Covenant was in a tent. But the prophet Nathan came and told him that he could not build a house for God because his hands were stained with blood. David listens to the prophet and humbly gives way to his next generation. We are familiar with political stories of those who refuse to give way. Some are attached passionately to power or to one's own delusions of overimportance. Some people are afraid to give way because they believe that those who follow them will not do as well as they. Are we actually that important? So important as not to get a replacement? It was such an encouraging moment to see when Pope Benedict gave way to Pope Francis. Silently, with total renunciation and disinterestedness. Though their leadership styles and personalities are different, Benedict looked at the new pope with love and admiration, not giving the slightest feeling of disagreement or jealousy.